Hey! We're back here with another episode of Dinosaur Island. Oh, my foot. Stupidness. Yeah. Let's do this. So yeah, at any rate, time for another episode of Dinosaur Island. The wind is kicked up, and a huge storm is starting to brew. And all the dinosaurs have huddled off to their nests. And the Dinosuchus has gone into a sort of hibernational state, only coming up occasionally for a breath of air. Everything is getting blown around frantically, so all the dinosaurs have taken off. But there is one dinosaur that still remains out. She was still out of her den when the storm started. This is Hammer. She is a large, full-grown female Pachycephalosaurus. She's a plant eater. But even though food is plentiful, as you can see, the winds have kicked up quite a bit, and instead of hibernating, she must leave this area. Normally, Pachycephalosauruses wait out the winter sleeping in their dens. But there is no time to try and travel across this side of the island to her den over there. It is too far. Also, these winds and the direction they are blowing will force her to travel south to where the Brachiosaurus are. Her journey may seem dramatic already, but it has just begun. Oh, crud my damn hand! Her first obstacle is now. She must find a way to get up this cliff, but it appears there is no way. When suddenly, she spies something. A small opening between the two cliffs and the jungle. Assuming it is safe, she sets off towards its direction. She walks inside quickly. The small canyon is basically sort of a tunnel keeping out the wind. However, it is still not extremely safe. She hears something. It appears to be nothing. She stops to walk off. Now she knows it's something. Oh dear. And she sees it. It is a Dinosaur. Hammer turns and runs for her life. She runs up a cliff when suddenly loses her footing. She hangs on frantically, but she cannot keep on much longer. The Giganotosaurus is coming closer. Hammer can't hold on much longer. When suddenly, with this new news, Hammer lets go, knowing she will be safe. She manages to grab onto a bit of a tuft of grass. And she roars in victory. About an hour later, Hammer manages to find some sort of cave. She walks deep into it, till finally, she finds a place that looks suitable to rest in. She lays down and decides that this is a good place to spend the night. Next morning, Hammer sets off for her journey again. When she comes to her next obstacle, she is stuck. This tall grass goes on nearly endlessly in a swamp sort of place, and Hammer is stuck in it. But crying, perhaps, is not the best idea. A large sauropod, an Pachycephalosaurus, is traveling with a baby. These giants may be herbivores, but they are very dumb, and with their tiny brains and unaware eyes and bodies, they could easily trample Hammer. Her large bony weapon on her skull, the large club, or bony protection, is no use if she is stuck in these reeds. She cannot maneuver right. The Apatosaurus are coming closer. Hammer tries to get out, when suddenly she breaks free, and just in time. Hammer runs quickly in victory, when suddenly something horrible happens. There is a cliff coming up, and Hammer cannot see where she is going because of the tall grass. Hammer may have just passed on. She may be dead. When suddenly, a miracle happens on Donna Island once again. Hammer gets back up. She roars in victory. And she goes off to set on further with her quest. Below the cliff that she had fallen off of, she found herself in the rock desert. Things are fairly harmless here in the rock desert, but however, certain things do hunt here. But those certain things probably aren't going to be of a danger to Hammer. Pterosaurs. Hammer watches up at the sky in amazement. She has never seen anything like it. These are merely an annoyance to her. She continues her quest off into the rock desert. After weeks, months, she finally sees something. She has finally made it. It's the forest. It is the southern jungle. She dashes in And soon she comes out into a clearing and stops to look in pure amazement. Feeding on the trees is a whole herd of giant Brachiosaurus. They drop many leaves onto Hammer, and then she turns in a sudden sound, and she finds that she is not the only one of her kind on this side of the island. And this male bull stares in amazement too, for this is not just another Pachycephalosaurus. This is Hammer's mate from 3 years ago. In the dinosaur world, this almost never happens. Soon they're on the ground laughing in their own reptilian way, when he leads her off to something. When she finally gets there, she cannot believe her eyes. There, in front of her, is a whole herd of her kind. This is a world where Pachycephalosaurus rule, and Hammer has finally found her place on Dinosaur Island. To be continued. Thanks for watching. Ow, my throat.